Hi there, it's Emma here, independent consultant with Arbonne International. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to listen to or to watch this recording. I also just wanted to explain exactly why I actually asked you guys to come on, and it was mainly I was sort of looking through my ideal business partners in Arbonne. And, I'm really looking for confident, fun-loving, positive, hardworking people that I would just absolutely love to work with and to get them set up in an Arbonne business. And you guys all came to mind. So that's the reason that I wanted you on the call. So anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen. My lovely colleague, or my lovely sponsor, Christine, the girl who brought me into Arbonne, she unfortunately is away this weekend at a network marketing event by an amazing guy called Eric Worry. She lives in the UK. But she actually realised that she wouldn't be able to get on live with this call, and so she kindly recorded her doing the presentation last night, which is why I'll share the video so you can have a look and you can listen to her story and her going through the presentation. So just a little bit about me and how I got into the business. So I worked with Christine probably about 10 years ago in Edinburgh. And we worked in property management business. It was hectic and crazy, and we had an awesome time together. We were sort of young and free. Anyway, and then I moved to Australia, and she moved down to sort of just outside of Newcastle in England. And she now runs her own property management company. She'll tell you a bit about that, and has twins. And so she's like an incredibly busy woman. But then she started this business, and she sent me a message on Facebook just saying, I started this business. It sounds amazing. I think it would be something that you would really love and that you could be really great at. Would you take a look? And so effectively she just she sent me some products. I listened to this presentation that we're about to go through, and I was just so buoyed up by her enthusiasm and her excitement at the possibility of what this business can offer to absolutely everyone. I love the products, and so I just jumped in with both feet, and so I've been doing it for about a year now, and I have found the personal development side of things has been absolutely the best thing that I could ever have done. It's just changed me as a person. I find myself being so much more confident. I've got so much more self-belief than I ever have, and I'm just much more aware of what I'm doing and what I'm saying and how I'm feeling or how I'm being with people. So for that alone, Arbonne is worth it. Every cent of it is worth it. So at the moment, I work full time. I'm a property, no, I'm not a property manager. Sorry, I'm an office manager for a little family-owned olive and olive oil company, which I really enjoy it. I work with some great guys, but I sort of realised that it's another business or another job that has kind of found me rather than me find it, and I maybe was just in the right place at the right time with this one, but it's just something that I enjoy but I'm not passionate about, and I've always hoped and thought that there was something out there for me that just really it just really resonates with me, and then that's when Christine got in touch with me and introduced me to Arbonne, and since then I've learned about network marketing, which you'll hear about. I've learned, again, about myself. I've learned about these amazingly wonderful botanically based products. My skin has transformed. My nutrition has transformed, and I just feel like a different person than I was a year and a half ago. So without further ado, I will just share the screen so that you can watch Christine doing a wonderful presentation, which will take about 40 minutes or so. So just give me one sec while I click some buttons and hopefully get this up and running. And I will just let her take it away.
Hi there, and welcome to tonight's opportunity presentation. So my name is Chris Hallister, and I'm an area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne International. So the purpose of tonight's call is to go through the business opportunity and what Arbonne could give to you. So a little bit about me. I have got a very busy life, like we all have. I am a mum to 7-year-old twins, Robin and Evie, and a wife to Ian. I also run my own property management business, which is very busy, kind of our main source of income, and it tends to be incredibly busy at certain times of year as well. So the summer period is exceptionally busy for me. And that was kind of the reason that I actually looked at Arbonne at all. It was something that I never ever thought that I would see myself doing. My friend actually started her Arbonne business about a year before me, and she tried to tell my husband about the opportunity for him to then tell me, but I didn't want anything to do with it. Just because I didn't actually understand what network marketing was, and I had preconceived ideas, and I was not even open to listening to what it was all about, bigger for me. So basically, we had a very horrible time in our family. We had a terrible, tragic thing, and it made me really reassess what I was doing. And when I was working all the hours that God sent during the summer months, and by summer months I really do mean like June, July, August, September, and most of October, so quite a long period. And I wasn't spending time with my children. I never got to see them. So during the actual summer holidays, when they're actually off school, I would never ever see them because I would be just so stressed, working constantly, never around. And I was actively looking for something to try and take this strain off me, to enable me to have more time freedom. But the problem is, obviously, we were used to this salary and we needed the money to come in still. So I couldn't see any other reason, any other way, rather, that I could sustain the same sort of level of income and be able to actually spend more time with family, and almost gave it up as a bad job, which is really, really sad, actually. Until June last year, 2014. I don't know why, but the CD that Laura, my upline, had given to my husband had found its way moving around the house. And eventually this one day, I think I'd just had enough. It was incredibly busy as I was in the depths of the summer period. And I think I just had enough. So I thought, what have I got to lose? I'm going to listen to this. Ian, my husband, obviously thought there was something in it, so why not? So I took it away with me in the car to go down to some meetings, and I popped it in, and oh my goodness, what a light bulb moment I had. I realised how stupid I'd been to not listen, all that time before. That actually it was exactly what I needed, but it was just packaged in a very different box to what I'd expected the thing that I needed to look like. So I didn't wait any time. I got straight into it and straight into activity. And I have progressed in the company really quite quickly. So I was straight into the first level of management, which I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit. And then pretty much straight into the second level of management as well. So now what I actually have is a willable asset that will be willable for 6 generations, which is incredible. So I'm completely self-employed. Yeah, I have this money that's going to continue to come every month, whether I'm here or not. So it's just incredible. It's changing my life dramatically. And that's my story, really. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen. And hope that you can see this. Okie dokie. So before I go on, what I do need to point out to you is that Arbonne is completely effort-based. If you don't put any effort in, Arbonne won't pay you anything, because you won't actually be creating any kind of income for them. So you need to put time in, you need to put the effort in, but when you do, you will get paid on that effort. So the more effort you put in, the more money you make. Less effort, less money. It's as simple as that. It's a very, very fair system, which is what I love about it. If you work harder than your upline, you can overtake your upline. You don't, you won't, as in a normal job, you won't work harder than your upline and continue to be in a lower level than them. That's not how this works, and that's why it's so fantastic. So, so really it is the next generation income opportunity, as you can see here. Okay, so the Arbonne story. Arbonne is actually a 35-year-old company, actually slightly older, because the projects were starting to be formulated by our lovely founder, Peter Moore, in 1975. He was working on the incredible products, and they are all botanically based, Swiss formulated, absolutely incredible. They do what they say they're going to do, and he spent a lot of time developing these products so that he absolutely knew that he had the best science and the best botanics that you could get. So fast forward to 1980, that's when Arbonne, as we know it, or sort of as we know it, was started in America, because that's where you go if you've got a network marketing company. Well, that's where you used to go. So, so 35 years we've been going strong. So that's 35 years of stability, of strength. You know, we're not going anywhere. Basically, you've got a really safe, secure business with Arbonne, which is something that really, that really appealed to me. That there wasn't the risk that there might be with some other companies. So. What we have is cutting edge research and development. I mean, the best of the best. We're like the creme de la creme of botanical skincare and nutrition and everything else that we do. We've got a passionate culture of independent consultants. I mean, we are the happiest people I think you'll ever find, and I can definitely say that whenever you go to any kind of Arbonne conference, it's just incredible. The atmosphere, you just want to be around these people. It's like no other business that I've ever found. And people that don't benefit from each other at all, you know, that aren't in each other's businesses, helping each other out all the time. And that's just the Arbonne. It just happens constantly. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you in a minute about global opportunity and the generous compensation plan, which we'll be touching on shortly. We really do have the best compensation plan that you can get. Opportunity for a willable business. As I mentioned, mine is a willable business, and I'm going to talk to you about that. But just now, I'll just quickly tell you a little bit about our kind of experience, our committed head office team. So the person that I really want to touch on is Kay Napier. So this is the lady here where it says 2009. That's when she joined the business. She is absolutely incredible. You know, if you are to do any research on her, you'll find what an absolute business savvy superstar she is. She spent a lot of years at Procter & Gamble heading up the women's division. She was incredibly successful. She was headhunted to go to McDonald's when they were having their absolute disaster with Super Size Me. And so anything now that you see that's a bit green or healthy, that's probably down to Kay. And she decided that she wanted to come to Arbonne because she loved the botanic, the safe products that we had, and she loved the culture of the company. So we're so pleased to have her. And we also have another guy called Peter Travers. He is an absolute genius when it comes to the skincare world. He's a celebrity in the worldwide skincare community. He has got more botanical patents to his name than anyone else in the world. He chose to come to Arbonne. He could have chosen to go to any other company in the world, and he chose to come to Arbonne. I'm going to explain a little bit why he would choose to come to Arbonne as to go to someone else in a moment as well. Okay, so as you can see here, 2006 we launched in Canada. So between 1980 and 2006, we were only in America. We were just building to make sure that we had a really strong business that was going to be able to go global. 2007, we moved to the UK and also into Australia. So although we've got a 35-year-old business, actually this is a really new company to the UK. So, if you're starting a business in the UK just now, it's in its infancy, yet we've got the strength and the stability behind us. It's incredible, and that was one of the things that really, really appealed to me and got me quite excited. The awareness of Arbonne in the UK is so low. I think it's 0.3%. I mean, you can imagine how many people are out there that have never even heard of it. So now really is the right time and the right place for Arbonne, particularly in the UK. So in 2014, last October, we moved into Poland as well. So, I mean, that's really our gateway to mainland Europe, Eastern Europe, where they love their skincare, and they're also very entrepreneurial. So I'm just going to move along. So I was mentioning about the global opportunity. So as you can see here, everywhere in green is where they're the countries that Arbonne are currently operating in. So we've got America, Canada, the UK, Poland, as I said, just recently launched, Australia, and there's a little red dot here, and that is Taiwan, and that's where we're going next in 2016. And it's also, we're all very excited. Also just been announced that we're moving into New Zealand as well. So that's, I think, hopefully going to be next year as well. So really exciting times. So you can see that everything that's in blue, that's untouched by Arbonne. So if you're starting up a business now, do you see the global opportunity that you have? Because mark my words, in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years time, we will be in, we'll be moving into these countries so thick and fast, because now we've got the systems in place. We know what we're doing. They're starting to come a lot faster. So I mean, we could be in hundreds of countries in the next decade or so. And if you're getting in now, how exciting is that? So basically, anywhere that we operate in, you can operate a business. So I am in the UK. I also have a team in Australia and in all areas of the UK as well. And I have clients and in Canada as well, and I'm running a really nice, successful business here. So if you imagine, once I've got a team in these other countries as well, so which is absolutely what my aim is, to have a business in every single country that we operate in, and in time there'll be people in each of those countries. I won't necessarily have even met them, and there'll be people in my business that speak a different language to me, because somebody knows somebody that knows somebody, which I'm going to touch on in a second. So, although I'm talking about the business opportunity, I can't go past the products, because these products are incredible, and this is what our business is based on. It's a product-driven company. You are basically selling products. You recommend products and people buy them. You're not selling them in the sense of, you're, in the sense of maybe normal sales job, because really all you're doing is recommending a product. But these products speak for themselves, and they are incredible. So if you're going to pick a company, you want to pick a company with products that do what they say they're going to do, and have incredible ingredients, incredible science behind them, and most importantly, that are consumable. So this is something that before I started or looked at doing Arbonne as a business, it had never occurred to me, which seems silly now, it seems so obvious, but actually a lot of people don't realise this. you're going to start up a business, you want the products to be consumable. So when people buy these products, they're going to run out. You know, they are literally going to go down the drain, and then they're going to repurchase them. And every single time they are repurchased, that that goes through your account, and you will get paid a commission on that sale. It's as simple as that. So forevermore, if somebody buys a mascara, you know, in 30 years' time, 40 years' time, that was initially recommended by you or by one of your team, it will always, always, always go through your account. So you will always earn commission on that sale. It's incredible. So these are products that people are using every day. I mean, literally every single day. So, you know, every day you'll have a shower or have a bath or wash your face, wash your hair, you know, put makeup on, body lotion, deodorant, brush your teeth, toothpaste, you know, maybe some sun products. If you've got a baby, you'll use baby products, nappy creams, things like that. And, you know, nutrition as well. Nutrition is huge. So you might have a protein shake, or you might take some vitamins. These are the kind of things that you do every single day. Before you even leave the house, you probably won't even realise how many products that you use on a daily basis before you've even left the house. We cover all of these. So, you know, people are buying them anyway. So it's just a case of redirecting their spend. So what's so brilliant about the Arbonne products? So our products are unique. We've got plant-based formulations blending the best of science and the best of nature. The highest quality ingredients from around the globe. I mean, we own certain areas to make sure that the water is so safe and, you know, untouched, so that our products are so safe and beneficial. They're pH correct, hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested. They're vegan certified and endorsed by PETA, which is an incredible thing to be able to say. They're clinically proven. We have never ever tested on animals. We never will. And we are all built on Swiss heritage, European standards. So that means really that we don't have, you know, a lot of horrible things like formaldehyde denoting preservatives. A bit of a tongue twister. We don't have mineral oil, which is just horrible for your skin. It's a byproduct of the petroleum industry, which is something that should go in your car, not on your skin. I won't go into what it does to you, but you should Google it. We don't have gluten in our products. We don't have any animal products or any animal byproducts in our products, and they are never ever tested on animals, as I said. No chemical dyes and fragrances. Everything's completely natural, you know, in our fragrances, and they smell something because they're using amazing ingredients. No artificial sweeteners, colours, flavours, and no parabens or phthalates. I mean, these are things that are, you know, they've been linked with cancer, you know, so they are so safe. I'll just quickly talk about the RE9 anti-aging range. This is our flagship range, and it is incredible. So you can see visible, clinically proven results within 24 hours. I mean, this really, it's a game changer. This range is so incredible that you try it and you pretty much guarantee that you are going to buy it. So hence when we are handing out products for people to try, this is you know, this is one of the things that people are trying to bite your hand off for. So it firms, smooths, brightens your skin, it reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, even skin tone. Honestly, the results are phenomenal, so you have to try them to see for yourself. So if you haven't already tried the product, get in touch with whoever sent you this video and ask them to give you a little trial. Okay, so we also have an incredible nutrition range as well. All dairy, free of dairy, free of soy, free of gluten, vegan certified, no artificial sweeteners, flavours, colours, really high absorption rates. So you might seem maybe more expensive than the stuff you might buy on the high street, but actually they are doing you so much good, far more than anything that you're probably going to be buying from the high street. So they're all incredible, and I swear by them. Okay, so what is network marketing? In a word, or in a few words, it is word of mouth recommendation. And that is as simple as, you like a product, you're always going to tell somebody else about it. I was the queen of recommendation before. I would watch a film that I like, go to a restaurant that I had an amazing meal at, read a book that I loved, and I would tell people that they had to do the same thing. It's just human nature. You want to tell people when you've had a good experience. So that is essentially what this is. So all you're doing is telling someone how amazing the product is, maybe giving them some products to trial, and then they are basically buying them via an online transaction directly from the manufacturer, which we own. It's our own manufacturing plant, directly from there via DPD straight to their door. You're not handling any products, you're not carrying products around, running around the countryside with them. It's going directly from the manufacturer to the consumer just via a recommendation. That is as simple as it is. So it's such an effective distribution system. It's not touching lots of people's hands, which is basically what the traditional retail route is. So traditionally, when you buy something from a shop, you are getting such a bad deal, because the product that you're buying is worth so little in comparison to what you're actually paying for it, because of the route that it takes to get there. So it has to go from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouser to the sales force to the retailers, and then eventually it gets to the consumer. I mean, the sales force alone, that includes your advertising, your celebrity endorsements, sponsorship. It costs a fortune. So by cutting all of those steps out, we actually are saving billions upon billions of pounds. So what does that go back into? Well, it goes back into the research and development, which is why our products are so incredible. I mean, we are years and years and years ahead of the competition with our research and development. So our technology is incredible. So that is why we attract people like Dr. Peter Travers that I spoke about earlier. It's a no-brainer that you want to go somewhere that has such a high budget for his research and development. So because of that, the products are absolutely fantastic, and because we're saving so much money, you get the saving. So something you buy from Arbonne, what you pay for it, about 85% of the cost of that product is on the ingredients and the research and development, all the stuff that it should be on. And then the rest of it is to basically pay commission to the independent consultant that recommend it. So in a traditional route, it's exactly the reverse of that. So you're looking at around about 85% of the cost is literally on the route to the consumer, and about 15% of it will be on the ingredients and research and development. So, you might think that it's a good value product, but actually, it could be costing pence, but you could be paying a lot of pounds for it. Okay, so in network marketing, you own your own business. So you're completely self-employed, but you're working in Arbonne under like an Arbonne umbrella. So the umbrella of a big business. So it's like you've got all of the benefits of owning your own business, but you've also got all the benefits of having a big company around you. They supply they've got a finance department, marketing department. They explain about compliance. They arrange the distribution. You don't have to arrange for DPD to collect the products and drop them off. They provide the infrastructure. They provide absolutely everything. And they even just pay you directly. You don't even, have to kind of figure out how to pay yourself, things like that. You never touch people's money. People pay by an online transaction. They don't, you get this website, in your sign-up cost of £56. Sorry. And all of that is included. It's just incredible. So you get all of the kind of the best of both worlds, really. And it's a fantastic opportunity because it's a very low risk opportunity. Whereas, most people that are self-employed, it's high risk with the potential of really high gains. And if you're in a job, it's very low risk usually, but the gains are pitiful. You're never going to get rich in a job working for somebody else. So with network marketing, it's kind of the best of both. So you get the low risk option, but with huge potential gain. So that is why it's such a fantastic opportunity. So, yeah, as I said, clients can order online. Arbonne stocks and products are delivered directly to your clients, and then every single time they repeat buy, it goes straight to them, and you'll get a repeat income from that. And also, if you think about if you've got a team that are doing the same thing, you're leveraging your time, you're not having to explain to somebody over and over again how to buy a product, you're not having to repeat what you've already done. So it's great for leveraging time, and it's great for giving you a residual income. So how do we do it? We basically stop buying products from stores where you don't get paid a commission for your recommendation. You start buying products from your own Arbonne store. So you buy superior products at a discount, and you get paid when other people purchase products from you. And then all we do is we share with other people exactly how to do the same thing. So when people, we show people how to buy better, healthier, safer products, how to order them online and have them delivered straight to their door, and show them how to share. To be able to share with other people the same incredible opportunity as well. We just show other people how to redirect their spend, basically. It's as simple as that. So how do we do it? It starts with you. So all I did was I told a few people who told a few people, and before we know it, you've got a really big you've got a big team of consultants who also have teams. But in the meantime, there'll be lots of people that won't want to start a business, that just want to buy the amazing products. So all of these pictures donate the clients that are buying through your business as well. So you don't need to know hundreds of people. You just need to know a few who know a few who know a few. It is as simple as that. When you're teaching your team to work, say 5 hours, 5 to 10 hours a week, like you're doing, if each of them are doing that, if you've got 4 different people that are working 5 hours a week, and you're working 5 hours a week, you're still just working 5 hours a week, but actually you're getting paid on the efforts of 25 hours. And then think about then if they then teach their teams to work 5 hours a week as well, it soon adds up. So you are actually earning on thousands of hours that don't actually exist in your week. You're earning on the effort of those other people working those hours, and you're teaching them to do exactly the same thing. So it's incredibly time leveraging. So why Arbonne? Why now? So we've got lots of reasons. Baby boomers. Okay, first of all, so baby boomers, people that were born after the Second World War up until about 1964. These people are, we've got a very much an aging population. We have got people turning 60 every 7 seconds across this decade. It's incredible. We've got people that are coming up to retirement age or hit retirement age and maybe aren't actually where they thought that they would be in a financial sort of position. They might have thought that they were going to get a bigger pension. They might not be getting really any pension at all, oddly. And it's really sad. So they're not being able to leave their jobs. So this is actually the kind of thing as a business that can enable them to maybe leave the job that they were in or work part-time in the job that they were in, and and enable them to get out and do more, earn additional income, get out on the golf course, get out and do things with their friends that they thought that they were going to be doing. People of like my parents' generation now, they're not old, like maybe 60 used to be, seemed quite old when a long time ago, but now it's like 60s and 40. So these people also don't want to be feeling or looking old. So our products are it's a no-brainer. We've got the best anti-aging line on the market. So there's a lot of baby boomers out there that are going to want to use our RE9 range. Okay, so Generation X, that's my generation. So your 30s and your 40s. So we're having children. We don't want to spend all of our money on childcare. We don't want to go out to work 40 hours a week, not seeing our children and basically paying a childminder exactly what's coming in. It's like going straight out to them, for looking after our own children. So that's one huge thing, one huge reason why my generation love this type of business. It fits in so well because we can work this with literally a baby on our lap. So also we are the kind of generation that have had a lot of debt. We had 100% mortgages, we had credit cards until we were coming out of our ears, and then they were kind of taken away from us. So either we might need to bridge that gap, from what we used the credit cards for, or actually be paying them off. So this is a really good opportunity for people to just earn a little bit extra without having to go out and get a second job. So also, we're also the first generation that really understood about green. We understood about recycling, greenhouse effect, the ozone layer. They were words that we understood immediately. So all of the ethos that the principles that Arbonne have, we really understand them and we love it. So millennials, so this is Generation Y, so 18 to 30. So this generation is, what's it all now, which I really admire. They've come out of school and university and don't have the opportunity that we had. They've had to pay for it, so they've got huge debts from university alone. They come out and there aren't actually any jobs. So, the baby boomers aren't leaving their jobs, so there just aren't the jobs to go to. And, also everything's online now. So whereas before there might have been a lot of people doing a job, there might only be one person now. So the opportunities aren't really there in the job market. So they need to find their own thing. So they're really taking ownership of their own life, which is great. I love that. So they're very entrepreneurial, more entrepreneurial than any other generation before them. So this is the kind of thing that would be amazing for this generation. So they get to start up a business with really, really low startup costs. They haven't got the risk. They don't have a big outlay of money. Yet they can set up a global multi-million pound business. So it's a fantastic opportunity for them. Digital generation, we're just talking, as I just said, everything is internet based now. Everyone does their shopping online. It's expected now. People expect to go online and find that they can get a cheaper deal or, a better product. In fact, it's overtaken high street sales. It overtook quite a few years ago. So unless you're on the internet, and everything with Arbonne is internet based, unless you're on the internet, you have not got a presence, as a business. So network marketing is booming. It's been kind of the business of the 21st century. It's huge. Top economists and top business people, have all said that this is the business to be in, and that if they were to be starting again, this would be the industry that they would get into. So that's people like Donald Trump, Alan Sugar, Warren Buffett, incredible endorsements by these incredible, successful men. So the other thing that I touched on before is the consumable products. So, you want a business that's with consumable products, and it's a no-brainer, and I've already explained why. But what I didn't say was that the health and wellness industry, partly because of that reason, partly because of the other thing I said about these are all projects that you use on a daily basis. Health and wellness industry is booming. It defies recessions. In fact, in a recession, the only three businesses that profit or prosper are cigarettes, alcohol, and health and wellness. So ironic, but that is the case. Because people aren't going to stop washing their hair, brushing their teeth, doing all of those things that they do every day anyway. They're just not going to stop doing that. And actually, it's been shown that it's called the lipstick effect. In a recession, people might not be spending a lot of money on maybe getting a new extension on their house or buying a new car, but they actually will spend money on, treating themselves to something little like a nice lipstick or a nice pot of cream or something that's going to make them feel good. So, which is why this is, the right time, the right place, the right company. So there are 4 ways to earn income with Arbonne. You can get commissions. So this is your profit from your personal product sales. You get overrides when your team, when you build a team and they sell products and their team sells products. You can earn the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program when you become a regional vice president. And also you get cash bonuses at every single level of management, based on the sales from you and your team. So what can you expect to earn? So everyone is an independent consultant in Arbonne. You're an independent consultant to start with, and you will remain independent throughout. So the first level of management is district manager. So you might expect to get there somewhere, within a few weeks and about 4 months. So this level, you can expect to earn somewhere between about £200 and £500 ish a month. I think my most was about £700. The least was, my first paycheck was £86 or something, but my second paycheck was about £450. So yeah, I mean, I was earning quite quickly, quite nicely with district manager. And remember that this is around, a full-time job. You're not giving up. It's not one or the other. You don't have to choose. You're doing both. It's and, not or. So what sort of difference would £500 additional income make to you? It meant quite a lot to me. That's a mortgage payment, for people, or it's whatever it is you need that extra income for. So area manager's next level, and that is the level that I am at. So at this level, you can expect to earn anything from around about £800 a month to about £2,500 a month. So I think about 800 is about the least that I've earned as the area manager, and the most has been 2,300, I think, in a month. Again, alongside a full-time job. So you're really starting to see, a massive difference in your life at this stage. And it's willable, as I said earlier. This business will be willable to my children, to my family. It's just incredible. So at both of these levels, by the way, you can earn your cash bonus, monthly cash bonus as well, as I mentioned before. Area manager, I got there in 3 months, but I think the average would be somewhere around maybe about 4 and 10 months, maybe. Regional vice president. Now, this is where things get really exciting. So the average time is kind of about 2 years to get to regional vice president. Some people do it much less time. Some people do it, much longer. But you can expect to earn somewhere between around about £2,500 to up to kind of £8,000-9,000 a month. And that's incredible. And at this stage, Arbonne actually pay you money to buy a Mercedes-Benz. It has to be white. It has to be Mercedes. But I think I can live with that. But you get this cash bonus every month to buy your Mercedes. You also get a lovely watch. You get Tiffany jewellery at Christmas, flowers on your birthday, chocolates on Valentine's Day. Arbonne treats us really well. We are gifted left, right, and centre. And throughout all of these levels, you can also, earn incentive trips as well. I've just come back from the Caribbean cruise, which was just incredible. An all-inclusive, all expensive paid holiday. I mean, amazing. Okay, so next level up is National Vice President. You're looking at about 3 years for this, an average time in the UK, and you're looking at an average of about £16,000 a month. I mean, you probably want to leave your day job when you get to this level. if you haven't already, regional vice president. At this level, you also you can earn an MVP challenge trip every year. They go all sorts of places around the world. Take you to Maui every January. You get paid to go to our global conference in Las Vegas, in April. It's it's incredible. There are so many different gifts and things that you get when you kind of grow your business. So where do you see yourself? So you could become a client or preferred client. Just buy the product, not have a business. If you're a preferred client, get them at a discount, 20% discount, and it's £17 to join. I'm aware that it says the wrong amount on there. Or you could host a party or an event for a friend, a consultant that has shown you this opportunity. Or you become a consultant. Start a business, £56. You get all of the things that I've already told you about. You get at least 35% off the retail price. You've got an unlimited earning potential. There is no glass ceiling. No one has ever, no one's ever been told that they're earning too much and that they're not going to get it. In this company, you earn whatever you put the effort and what you work on. It's absolutely unbelievable. So, and you also get, the opportunity to earn your Mercedes-Benz. And the personal growth and development that you get from building this business is off the scale, ridiculous. So, most people would say that they started this business for money, for the time, and that definitely was the case for me. But what I've got from it is so much more. I feel almost like a different person to what I did a year ago. And that is completely down to Arbonne and everything it's given me. I can't recommend it enough. And I just want you to really think about this, like dream big. So you are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. So if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years' time? That kind of scared me because I realised that I would just be doing exactly the same thing, every summer, missing out on my children's childhood. Which really scared me. Another question that I was asked was, if your main source of income were to disappear tomorrow, how long would your savings last for? And that was a very, very scary thought. So instead of asking yourself, what if it doesn't work, ask yourself, what if it does? So I'm going to leave you with some nice pictures of some cars. So if you think this is going to be a fit for you, speak to the person that sent you this opportunity presentation, and just go from there. Ask to try some products and get some more information on the business. And honestly, you've got all the information really that you need now to start a business. Just go and do it. Honestly, what if it works? So thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, and I look forward to meeting you in the future. Thank you.
Oops. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I always get something new whenever I watch any of these presentations, so I really hope that was helpful for you. And I know obviously I haven't necessarily shared the business with a lot of you guys, so thanks so much again for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your all incredibly busy lives, and I will I'll maybe give everyone a call the next day or so. And I'll just send a message to find out when when you might be able to have watched this video by, and follow up in a few days. So thanks again, and I will speak to you all very soon. All right, lots of love. Bye.